Hey guys, thank you for clicking on the video. In it, we set up two complete strangers to be on a blind date to see if they hit it off or it all falls apart. We've given them a special 3-course menu of questions. We have appetizer, main course, and dessert questions that progressively get deeper and more personal as time goes on. Find out if the curated questions help them find a genuine connection or it triggers chaos. You won't want to miss how it ends. Please like and subscribe and enjoy the video.
All right. Honey, why you calling me so late?
Should we
Wow.
blow this popsicle
Yeah.
stand and just do a band? I'm Casey and I'm 27. A brief summary of my dating history. I've always kind of been a relationship girl, and I moved out here a couple years ago, and I've been single ever since. I've dated here and there throughout my time here.
My name is Ryan. I'm 31 years old. I've had a couple serious girlfriends. I like to go on dates. I think it's a cool way to get to know people. A little old-fashioned that way. I think it's a cool way to be intentional, and I think dating should be fun. So we should have good conversation and embrace that.
I'm hoping to get out of this date. I'm honestly just doing it for the plot. Saw you guys on TikTok, thought it'd be fun. And so, yeah, at the very least, I make another friend out of this.
I think what I'm looking to get out of this date is hopefully just good conversation, get to know her. Like I said, sense of humor is huge. So just some good laughs, make dating fun, have fun. And, after this, hopefully go out on a real date in the wild sometime.
Hi.
Hi, Casey. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm Ryan.
I'm Casey.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Let's go.
All right.
I think we got that one.
No, we're chilling.
All right,
Shall we begin?
Sorry to jump the gun here, but
Please.
would it be a deal breaker if the man in the relationship didn't change a tire?
No, I don't think so. I think that it would be helpful. And I think that I like a man that's able to do things, specifically things that I can't do.
That's perfect.
But like,
I've
no,
changed
it
at least
wouldn't-
5 tires in my life.
I love that for you.
It's for you too.
I love that for me.
I love-
Amazing. No, it would not be a deal breaker by any means.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Ryan. What red flags do you stay away from when looking for a partner?
Red shirts. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Honest answer. I think inability to kind of get along with friends. That's tough.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
I love social settings. I love community. Community is a big part of my life. And so being able to kind of be mingling with my own people, kind of glance over and be like, shit, that's my girlfriend. That's something that sounds really sweet.
Someone that you loved, one of your friends, you loved this girl.
Yeah.
And he did not like the girl that you were with. What would be the
That'll be
vibe
a little
there?
tough.
Yeah.
I think the people that I am friends with, I think are really great energy people. They're awesome guys and girls. And I think they're super agreeable. So I would be a little worried if they didn't get along with my friends.
Would it be dependent on which person it was?
No, it's
Oh, it's all of
girlfriend
them.
over friends 24.
But
No, I'm just kidding.
which friend would it be? Is it all the friends that
I think my core group. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I like to keep a lot of friend circles that are broader, but for my core 5 or 6 and also super close to my family. So it's we have big family gatherings and get-togethers, and it's makes me feel good to see a partner get along with my mom, get along with my sisters. So my 2 sisters are tough, but they're super great people. So mostly the ability to banter is huge. A red flag if somebody can't have a sense of humor, probably not even as much for me, but they probably just wouldn't get along with my family. So
For sure.
Yeah.
I respect that. Yeah.
what about you?
Oh,
It goes both
oh,
ways.
you're spinning the block? Okay, what was the question? Hold on.
What red
Which
flags do you stay away
partner?
from when looking for a
Oh my
partner?
God, man. Yeah, I think the
Should I
biggest.
give it never have I ever?
Yes. I think a big one for me, and I feel like this is kind of cliche and you see it a lot on social media, but when a guy is like, oh my God, my ex-girlfriend is crazy.
Oh yeah,
And there seems to be a pattern with that.
totally.
I don't know. I just think I kind of clock that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why? I don't know,
That's fair.
Yeah, that's a big one for me.
Okay,
and also
nice.
just someone that I think is very stuck in a victim mentality.
Totally.
Yeah. They're like the mayor of Victim Island, essentially. And they kind of identify so deeply with their trauma that they're nothing without it.
Nice.
This shit pisses me off.
That's fair. Broke the fourth wall. That's great.
Yeah.
In what ways do you avoid the victim mentality?
Just don't be a victim. I think
simple enough.
bad shit happens to everybody, you know?
That's fair.
And so I don't think that you're responsible for what happens to you, but you are responsible for what you do with it.
I love that.
And so as human beings, like that's the human experience, is it not?
Yeah.
So just be better, do better.
I love
work
that.
better.
I think one aspect of like growth that I try to like pay attention to is like if like historically things that I would have like took personally or whatever, it's like if you could just like introspect and be like, oh, maybe like things that you would have took personal before, it's like, well, where could I have stepped up to do things different?
Absolutely.
Or,
I feel like life is identified by just your perception.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like this saying where it's like, there's 3 perspectives. It's mine, yours, and then the truth. I do not agree with that. I feel like your truth is your perspective as a person.
Okay.
And you can't view the truth unless you're on like a certain level of perception.
Yeah.
And so I just truly believe that whatever perception of level that you're on is your truth.
Love that.
And so meet people where they're at.
That's perfect.
Amen, sister.
Let's go.
All right. Is it my turn?
Sure.
Gorgeous.
Flying through these.
Is it okay to date multiple people within the first couple months of getting to know someone?
I would say I would prefer not to.
Okay.
My approach to kind of like dating in general, and you know, I would rather go on dates. To be fully candid, I've definitely like asked a lot of people out. I've went on a lot of first dates. Not all of them lead to second dates, you know, but that's because I think my approach is a little bit more old school, or I would prefer it to be. So I think I'm maladapted for the modern dating environment or like ghosting culture. I'd rather go out, see if there's good conversation. And honestly, I think people should make dating fun again.
I respect that.
Yeah. How about for you?
Yes, I think it is so fine, honestly, to do that. I think that loyalty is insanely important and it's conducive towards having a healthy and safe relationship. But you don't owe another person anything when you're first getting to know them.
Definitely.
And I think that you should be spinning the block and finding out what works for you in dating multiple people.
Yeah.
If there's a verbal agreed upon decision to not be dating other people and then you choose to look elsewhere, then fuck you. Can I swear?
No.
Then fuck you.
Whoa, that was too far. No.
Then fuck you.
Don't look me in the eye when you say fuck you.
But I don't think that if that's verbally spoken upon, then that's not the expectation that is to be upheld. And so
for the people,
no, I don't think that that's necessary.
Okay. And how do you channel, like, how would you say you are at communicating?
At communicating?
Yeah.
In what regard? Just like in general?
Life, dating. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I try to be, obviously I'm human, so it's not always perfect, but I really do try to uphold of just speaking my truth in the sense of, if I like you and I see that this is going somewhere, then I'm going to vocalize and advocate for myself of, hey, I really like you. And I don't want to be seeing other people. I'm not seeing other people. And if you see other people, I'll kill myself. So what are we going to do about that?
No, definitely. I like communicating. And I think people like shy away from like phone calls. And I think that's like a shame nowadays because I definitely have like, you know, fucked up royally dating in the past because I like follow up, and that seems to be a trend that's like doesn't happen anymore. But I would definitely prefer to have a conversation. You know, if I hate you after this date and you ask me to go out again, I'm going to be like, look, Casey, here's the reasons. Here's the 50 reasons why.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Here's a list in chronological order of why I fucking hated you.
Yeah. So I just try to take good notes.
I can't wait to receive that letter.
Kim's recording this whole thing.
Could you send it to my inbox? Could you send it via email? I think it'd be more proficient that way.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, I completely agree with you. I think that communication is key in a relationship, but I would argue that reception is like the biggest key because you can communicate to someone all day, every day, but then, you know, you're talking at a wall.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Oh, totally.
The ability to be able to like receive that and internalize that and then make active changes. Yeah. That is the key to a healthy relationship. Someone who seeks to understand, per se.
I think dating is super simple. People just make it really complicated.
teach me your ways because fuck, dude.
Well, it's like, we're out today. I don't need to determine whether you're going to be my wife. I just think I need to figure out whether I had a good time. And if I do, then I'm down to hang out again. Let's go.
Gorgeous. All right. Is it your turn or my turn?
I think you could go.
No, I think I just went. So I think it's your turn.
Okay. Let's see. What is the worst, most chaotic date you've ever been on?
Oh my God. I was actually expecting this question to be asked. So I have a few, but the one that recently just happened. So essentially I went out with this guy. Date went really well.
Okay.
We're chilling.
Yeah.
And he, at the end of the day, was like, when can I see you again? And we basically agreed upon a date, which was that following Wednesday. We hung out on a Saturday, irrelevant. And so we're texting on that Monday.
Okay.
to make a very long story short.
Yeah.
I don't know if you need to like censor this. He made a rape joke about my mom.
Huh.
I don't know where that lands. I don't know with one of your buddies. That's like a home run type beat.
Yeah. He probably rehearsed it.
I literally was like, did you just say that?
Yeah.
He was like, no, I would never say that. You see what you want to believe.
Wow.
And no, it's insane. And so eventually I was like calling him out on it. And I was like, dude, that's like insanely fucked up. Like, don't say that. He was like, all right, fine. I fucked up. Like, whatever. And so I blocked him. I never blocked someone faster in my entire life.
Oh, wow.
If you can't include that.
Yeah.
Was there a second date?
There is another one that I do have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I knew that one.
Oh, wow. But wait,
Tell
there's
them
more.
No, I knew that one would
Billy
be
Mays
dicey.
here.
So there's another one. It's less insane as that one. But I went out with this guy and he essentially went in for a kiss and I kind of rejected it. And I think that made...
Did he match your swerve?
I think it made him uncomfortable. And he ended up licking me from my collarbone up to my eye. And I went... That's
a long way to lick.
I was... Dude, I was
How do you stick around for that long of a lick?
I just stayed there. And I was so thrown off. I went... That was nice.
Just let him do it. Did he get all the way up the cheek?
He sure did.
Wow.
No, he covered grounds over here.
Okay, nice.
And I went, that was nice.
maybe like Scooby-Doo as a kid or something.
No, totally. Yeah. No, so maybe he was cosplaying Scooby.
I think you should meet him where he's at here. No.
Fuck, I fucked up. I should have understood that he was cosplaying Scooby.
It sounds like you're playing the victim. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I totally am. You're right. Should I call him actually?
Yeah. You should apologize for sure.
I should. I totally should. So yeah, that's up there.
Okay.
You.
Nice. Yeah. So this is a funny. Nice. I love that for you.
Hell yeah.
You know what's the best part about dates like that? It's what makes you available to be here right now. So I appreciate it.
I love the way you think. You're not the mayor of Victim Island.
It's
I will tell you that.
Glass half full. Actually,
Should we
drink?
No. Should we cheers? Let's cheers to that. Cheers, brother.
So I did anticipate this question. And I've gotten this question before. And I don't know. I feel like I don't. I usually appreciate some aspect of the date or getting to know people even if I'm not interested. So, but there's one funny story from a date. It wasn't really a worst date because we dated for like 2 years after this. Mm-hmm. But I was trying to be a gentleman. I was trained by my dad to open the car door. So I'm at the passenger car door, open it up for her. It was winter time in Pennsylvania, and I'm walking around the backside of the car, and there was ice on the ground. My foot slipped on ice. My head hit the trunk, and I hit the ground.
Oh my God.
And now you got this girl who's on a first date with me that just hears a thump and looks out the window and sees nobody out there. And I had to act like this was on purpose, or I was just looking for something.
It's a bit.
I popped up. I was like, oh, I thought I dropped my wallet. But yeah, I mean, she went out with me after that, but yeah.
Well, she had no idea that you nearly lost your life. So that's probably
You're right.
why.
And since then, I definitely think honesty is a big value. So
since then, he has been more careful around ice, everyone. Specifically black ice.
I got to tell her the truth.
You did?
I should call
her. Should we get her on the pod? Yeah, let's call her right now. Let's go. He's really sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So you apologize for me. That's even better.
She's like, who is this?
You're sorry. You're sorry, but I say I'm sorry for what I did. You say you're sorry that now I'm now accounted for.
Yeah, I'll let him know. He lost a couple brain cells because of this specific moment. It's not your fault. It's his. All right, Ryan.
Perfect.
What would your warning label say if you came with one?
Ooh, that's a tough question. My warning label would maybe be, I'm going to get vulnerable for a second. Permission?
Granted.
All right. I listen to Pandora.
Oh, Sorry. I almost lost my life there for a second. You what?
Listen, we make so many decisions
Oh
in
my
our
God,
day to
what are
day.
we, 12?
Think about this. How many decisions do you make in a day to day, right? Sometimes you want to just go.
And none of which include Pandora.
No, because you put on music and you just want to like, it's like, I don't know what I want. Just give me what I want.
Use Apple Music.
I know
then,
the vibe
bro.
of what I'm looking for. Just surprise me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can see your tampon string from here, bro.
There you go.
Holy shit. Cheers.
You would love my station.
I would love your station.
They're curated. Yeah. You have to like
morning.
songs and dislike. I'm very active in my like and dislike buttons.
I bet you are.
You could add variety. You could put a different artist in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll turn you on. Yeah.
Totally. What was the question?
What's your warning label?
Oh, likes astrology.
Oh.
I've heard that's like a major red flag for guys.
Yeah.
But like I am the girl where
Yeah.
I start talking to a guy and then he texts his mom at like 3 a.m. He's like, "What time was I born, mom?" Like, no, that's me. Like totally. I love astrology. I live by it. Not like to the point, okay, for the viewers out there, I don't live by it in the sense of like I excuse my poor behavior for astrology.
Yeah.
And like, oh my God, like the moon is an asparagus. Like I just, that is why I punched you.
Yeah.
Like, no, there's like reason behind it
True.
and like rationale. But no, I do think there's a lot of validity.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let me interrupt for a second. First of all, what a beautiful couple. We are going to switch to the main course questions.
Oh, wow. A little disappointed we don't have food served with this, Casey.
Yeah, I really thought it was going to be through here.
Yeah. All right. So, Casey, fuck the script for a second.
Oh.
What are you excited about right now? Like in life.
In general?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm really excited about my career. I feel like I've kind of floundered for a really long period of time. And so I feel like I'm at a point where I've met really great people with the place that I work and I love what I'm doing. And so I think that it's like a really positive stepping stone for me and it gives me more of a sense of direction.
Amazing.
Yeah.
If anybody's looking for a job.
Actually, if anyone here has found a business and being a financial advisor or is looking for IFP, talk to my girl Bailey.
And what do you think to you the most rewarding part about what you do to you is?
Honestly, I feel like the obvious answer would be, I feel like when people are recruiters, they're like, I love talking to people, getting to know people. And it's less about that. And I think more so what heals me is that I've never worked in a place that has such positive energy and like such women supporting women and like men that are married that like aren't being weird, that like actually support you and like want to be your friend.
Yeah.
It's changed my entire narrative on if men and women can be friends.
Oh, amazing.
If you would have asked me this prior, I would have said no, absolutely not. But since being here, I would say 100% yes. I have met so many amazing men who are respectful, who don't push the boundary, who are in loving, committed relationships.
Yeah.
And I think that that's been a very healing piece of my life.
That's
So
amazing.
I think I didn't realize I needed it, but I did. And so
Nice.
yeah,
That's really
that's
sweet.
a really positive thing going on for me. How about you?
And what am I most excited about?
Yeah.
Let's see. My sister, so I have a twin sister, and then my parents are coming on Thursday.
Period.
Which I'm pretty stoked. I actually just closed on a house, which I'm super happy about. And
Like you bought your house?
Yeah. Thank you.
In this economy?
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So they are coming to see it. It's gonna be really sweet and special.
Where's your house at?
It's in the Wash Park neighborhood. So
He's a Wash Park homeowner? Are you a trust fund baby?
no, definitely not. No, very grassroots. Poor family, or not poor family if they watch it.
But not
we
trust
did
fund.
not come from a lot in
sure.
like small town Pennsylvania. So super small, kind of humble upbringings, which is nice.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, so I'm super
happy
stoked to
for
see
you.
them, to get like quality time, like cook them dinners in the kitchen and just kind of have a wholesome backyard hangouts. Yeah.
I love that for you.
Thank
That's
you.
seriously so amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's hear it for Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay.
I guess we'll go back to the
should
script.
I start?
Yeah.
Let's get on it. Ryan,
Yes.
what are you passionate about?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Thank you. I didn't write it.
Just came up with that yourself.
Straight out the dome.
Okay, perfect. Let's see. What I'm most passionate about right now is probably I just kind of, it's on the side, it's kind of a like passion project more than like a quit your job kind of thing. But just launched a startup kind of venture. It's called Sunrise Social. And the whole purpose is to give people kind of a wholesome, better start to their day. So it's we have a permanent home and location at the Radiator. The goal is to bring like a like-minded community together to like flip the script on what social could look like.
What do you mean by social?
Yeah, like just basically like what your social environment is. So it's like super fun to go out to the bar, to go to the club, do all those kind of things. But you know, it's like, why can't you meet on Tuesday morning to socialize? So we actually kind of formalized a sauna, cold plunge, coffee social. And we had a launch like 3 or 4 weeks ago. We got 50 people to come to our launch. We had 30 people come to the next event. And that was the day after Memorial Day weekend when it was like cold, overcast, and rainy. So people are super excited about it. I think it's just really cool to cultivate those like good vibes and selfishly surround myself with awesome people. And I got a really cool team that's been working with me on it. So it's been just super enriching and rewarding meeting cool people along the way and
awesome.
having like genuine connections and relationships.
I can tell you really light up when you say that. It's amazing to like do something that you love. I think that there's a lot of people who wish they were in the same shoes as you. So that's amazing. Like,
thank you. Yeah.
See gratitude with that. That's seriously awesome.
I'm super thankful for it. We have like awesome partners that are helping make it happen. And it's cool to, you know, just try to make a little bit of a difference. All right. Is this my turn?
Bitch, I don't even remember. What were we talking
perfect.
about?
All right. Let's see. This question right here. What values do you look for in a partner?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like my answer is pretty basic. I mean, they have to value family and wait, hold on. I don't know. Like, pause.
No pause.
You don't need to pause.
no pausing.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My values.
Are you super close to your family?
Yeah, I love my family.
In what way? Are your parents together?
My mom remarried my stepdad. Okay. So just like, I don't know, I'm really close with my siblings.
Okay,
I'm
nice.
close with my mom, I'm close with my stepdad. I love like the unified four that we've created.
Yeah. So
yeah, I guess family is a really big value for me.
Okay. In what way are you similar and in what way are you different? Like what are you like inspired by in aspects of your family?
That's a really good question. I think my mom is really resilient. I think she's been through a lot. And I think that she shows up as the exact same person every single time. I think that's very beautiful.
Yeah.
I feel like my sister is also insanely resilient and she always shows up for me.
Okay.
She's my biggest protector, honestly. She's like my little bulldog. She's like, okay. Boo, boo, boo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally.
Girl's got me.
Does she actually bark? I'm a little nervous.
Yes. If you push a certain button, yes.
Okay. Do you think you emulate those?
Definitely.
Emulates.
I think absolutely. I feel like with my entire family, we're all insanely protective people. And I've always just had this innate instinctual ability to be protective of people that I love. I feel like once I decide that I love you and I want you in my life, I will watch out.
Oh, amazing.
Absolutely.
That's perfect. So you're a barker too. That's great.
Okay. Is it your turn or my turn?
I think it's your turn.
Okay. What's your favorite way of showing your partner you love them?
Ooh. I think it's in the little things. Actually, I have two like really strong relationships in my life that I could, not personally, but in like people that I'm close to. So like my mom and my dad, they're still together. They've been together for like 35 years, which is really beautiful. And it's cool to see the way they kind of reinvent like their love and the way they show it to each other over time. And that's changed a lot between when we were like young and kids and from when we're now. It's kind of actually cute side story, super quick, but like all the kids left the house. They're like empty nesters. There was like a period of time where my mom like got tired of my dad's dad jokes and all those kind of things. And they like kind of like reinvented their relationship by my mom started this like decorative bottle business and she started going to like trade shows because she's like artsy, like Pinterest mom. Yeah. And my dad then like was excited to see her excited. So he started like in the garage, like peeling labels off of bottles to prep them for that. And then he'd show up to the trade shows. So they started like doing it together. It was like pretty cute. That. Yeah. And my sister and my brother-in-law are super strong kind of marriage and together. So I think for me, let's see, my favorite way. So they always said that the best type of relationship. So when it's not like 50-50, but both sides are given like 100%. I think it's like top of mind for me to be like, well, how can I try to make that person smile in a given day? And that could be a grand gesture. It could be a little thing. And I think just like paying attention to that and trying to get creative and like always working toward that, even if it's in a compliment or in opening the car door or something like that. I think those are like the little things that just make a relationship feel sweet. And if both parties do that, I think then like what more could you ask for?
I love that. That's a great answer. Absolutely. Do I ask now? Or
Yeah,
do
you
I
can.
get okay. What's the question again?
Oh
What's
yeah,
your
I'll
favorite
ask
way
you.
of
What's your favorite way of showing your love?
I feel like the way that I give love is a lot different than the way that I receive love. But I think a lot in what you just said. I think acts of service is one of my biggest love languages, more so in the way that I give it.
Okay.
I think my love language is the way that I receive it is like physical touch and words of affirmation. But for me, if I really care about somebody, it's going to be a lot of just like going out of my way to do little things for them.
Yeah.
I was just telling my friends the other day that if I truly care about you, I will remember every minute and minuscule thing about you.
Nice.
And it's like a little file cabinet up here. And I just essentially it's not even like I'm trying to do it. It's more of like an instinctual piece of me that I crave to know more about that person.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Nice. So you said acts of service. So is this a good time to tell you I spent the whole afternoon like weeding in the garden?
Oh my God. Is it hot in here? All right, Slay. I think it's your turn, my turn? My turn?
Let's see. Your turn.
Okay. What was your longest relationship and why didn't it work out?
Longest. Oh, are you laughing because you were anticipating your answer?
I just think it's a wild question.
Okay, yeah. Longest relationship was about like 2 years. I think with all my exes, like I see them as like really beautiful people and they all had some really strong qualities. And it's kind of interesting to like look back and play through. And I think sometimes like one partner does one thing really amazing and you really appreciate that, but maybe like there's an aspect that you feel like you want something different or more. And then you meet somebody who has that different and more, and you might like, you know what I mean? So I think it's finding like the balance and the person that like checks multiple boxes and makes you feel that way. I think over time, I think like, I don't know. To me, it's like totally acceptable that like, hey, we're all doing this. Dating is in general like experimental. Like you're trying to get to know somebody and figure out who they are over time. And you're going to either figure out that that person's like beautifully for you and you like grow with that person, or it's totally okay if you grow in opposite directions. And I think that's where the communication comes in. And I think it's okay to be like, hey, you're a great person, but you might not be my person.
You're making it sound very seamless. And I would argue that it wasn't that seamless.
It can be. It can be.
It can be, but was it?
Honestly, like, you know, there's been some good, there's been some, I don't think there's been any like horrible
I think your
ones.
answer is very beautiful. I just think it sounds very like, you've learned from the experience type beat. Yeah.
Well, I think in the moment, right, there's always like, I think in any breakup, you always have one side that wants to hold on to it a little bit more than the other person, right?
Sure.
And I think that's what makes things difficult. And then you're like talking to somebody every single day. So then you suddenly have this like gap.
Oh, that's the worst part. It's like breaking that like,
totally
that brain habit of reaching out to people every single day.
And we all like companionship. Like it's somebody that you've like built a muscle memory to like lean into, to like, if you had a tough day at work, to like go home and want to just like cook a dinner and sit on the couch and just like talk to each other and just like laugh. You know what I mean? So I think like you miss those little things sometime. And depending on who wanted to break up with who, I think like it's harder for one side more than the other. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
I don't think any of them are easy, but I think with good communication, it can be
breakups
seamless.
are never easy, regardless of the circumstances. They're never easy.
Yeah. What about you?
My longest one was probably when I was in college. And I mean, it's tale as old as time. There's nothing really to add on it. We were just young and dumb. And I don't know. I just don't think that you're meant to fall in love with like the president of SAE. I just really think that's what it boils down to.
That's fair. Yeah.
I think I was just like young and an idiot, and he was young. He was an idiot. There's no bad blood. I have so much respect for him, but we were just like, there's a lot of temptation in college, and we were fucking dumb. And that's really what it boils down to. But I don't even know if I would argue it. We were so on and off. It was like a matter of like, I think one time we broke up on like, I was a shot girl in college, and like, I think we broke up at the beginning of my shift and got back together at the end of my shift.
Oh, wow.
And we like planned a trip to
Yeah.
Arizona like that night.
So you
Like,
have strong empathy and forgiveness. That's what you're saying.
yeah. Or my frontal lobe wasn't fully developed.
Yeah, that's fair,
whatever
too.
you would consider it to be.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to interrupt.
Okay.
Lady and gentlemen, we're going to move to the dessert questions.
Okay.
And while we do that, I do have one question for you guys.
Yeah.
How many dog dares would it take for you guys to kiss right now? We're talking double, triple, quadruple dog dare. What's it going to take?
I'd do it just based off of that offer.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Brian's
Gonna come to me.
first.
Beautiful. All right.
Amazing.
That was my first one.
I think I
Wow.
love you.
Oh my God. I practiced in the mirror, but I never knew it would feel like that.
Not
My
gonna lie.
hand feels nothing like that.
Okay.
Do you tend to date people with higher or lower physical attractiveness than you?
This is a question for me.
No, I'm asking it to myself out loud. Yes, it's for you.
I mean, anybody that I am with, like, I see them as, beautiful. I don't know how to
Good
answer
save,
this
buddy.
Do you
question.
tend to date people with higher or lower physical attractiveness than you?
They're probably
like,
all
are you
more.
hotter than the people that you date? Is what it's asking.
That's what it's asking.
Yeah.
And probably, everybody I've probably dated is more attractive than me. It's not hard though.
Don't say that.
He's a humble man. That's a humble
Say
guy.
that.
Wow.
Women are beautiful. Yeah.
Women are beautiful.
Yeah, women
Yeah.
are hot.
Have you seen Casey?
I know. No, she's not.
I haven't.
Do you date people higher or more attractive? Or, yeah, you get the question. You already asked
Yeah.
that.
I think it's a mix. Honestly,
Okay.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
I think beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
True.
Truthfully.
When I think there's a lot of like intangibles that make somebody either more or less attractive to me. Personally.
Totally. But I
Yeah.
think like on a surface level point,
Yeah.
there's been people that I've thought have been like way hotter than me, and then my friends have been like, no,
Okay.
type B.
What did your friend say today? No.
Yeah, we actually walked into the room and just talked.
Nice.
Just talked about no, we did not do that. But yeah, I
Okay.
don't know. I think a mix. Truthfully,
Nice.
Ryan,
Yes.
how I don't even know how you answer this. How freaky are you?
In what regard?
Hey, that's a good fucking question.
Yeah, yeah.
In what regard?
In a sexual manner.
Okay,
Let's
how
not
about
be
that?
coy here.
How about this? Okay.
These are dessert questions.
Dessert. Oh,
How
okay.
about this? Why don't
More
you
of an ice cream guy, yeah.
Why don't you rate your freakiness
Okay.
on a scale from 1 to 10?
Probably
One
like
being-
Jamie Lee Curtis and Freaky Friday. You know what I mean?
No,
I'm
I
just
don't.
kidding. I don't know what I mean either, honestly.
I
This is
don't
the
think
only
I know-
thing I could think
I
of
think
that
like
had freaky.
1 to like
Yeah.
you're joining the missionary.
I'm
And
actually
then-
like blushing and getting a little embarrassed by this question. I'm vulnerable right now.
You're vulnerable. You're
Yeah.
feeling vulnerable about how
This is
freaky
tough.
you are.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're just gonna do like a scale from 1 to 10. We'll
Okay.
do like 1 being
Yeah.
like missionary, not
Yeah.
like the position, but like the
Okay, I think
the
I can answer this.
monastery.
That's a good start, right? I think
I was gonna do
all of those things, right?
Oh, he's off to the races.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
take it
You
away.
gave me inspiration. No,
Okay, please.
No,
By all
I think
means.
all of those things are like something that you could like explore with your partner. Like, frankly, I'm the type of person, I don't care, nor do I want to know what the fuck you did before me.
Okay.
Like, that's you. That's your business.
This guy's
I don't
media
need to
trained
ask-
over here.
I don't need to ask questions. That's on you. I don't
I
care.
said one thing. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, got it.
No, 100%. I don't care how many guys you've been with. I don't want to know
Period.
how many guys you've been with or what you did. I want to pretend, even though I know it's not true, that whatever I do with you, we're like trying for the first time. And I think that's the beautiful thing is like, then we explore together and we kind of just see what we're feeling and where
I
you want to
love
go.
that.
So if that answers your question,
No, it
can
doesn't.
Go,
How freaky are you?
it can go as freaky as
You're exploratory.
as you want to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm adventurous.
I respect
I'm a yes
that.
man,
Yeah.
but not like totally. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, totally. I respect that. I feel like I'm gonna have to
Go ahead.
agree
Okay.
in the same regard. Mel, shut up. I feel like I'm very adventurous and I'm willing to try things once.
Okay.
Ultimately.
All right. Nice.
So I feel like, yeah, I'm open to it. I think if I love somebody and they're open to it, then I'm open to it too.
Okay. Nice.
So, all right.
Got a bunch of freaks here, apparently.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
can I say?
The freak show.
There's a
episode.
bidet in the
my
bathroom.
God, yeah.
There's a bidet in the bathroom. I clocked it.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, Casey, with those answers, I think we should get a house on Colfax with those answers. Yeah. All right. This is written here. I didn't come up with this.
I didn't
and
think
he
you
highlighted it, so I have to ask it. And he highlighted it. So what do you find most physically attractive about the person sitting across from you? And you are kind of angled at Joe, so if you want to answer that, that's totally cool too. Your judgment.
Technically, I'm angled at Bailey. So, Bailey. I would say, I think you have a really nice smile.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I think you have really great teeth. Teeth is a big thing for me. And I think you have very, very nice teeth.
No braces.
No braces? Dude, that's a flex.
I got them from my mom. Yeah.
No, that's actually fucking fire. I'm not even gonna, that's
good genetics. Let's go.
Okay.
That's a great answer.
Thank you. The latter?
Yeah. Honestly, I think the thing that's most attractive about you is like when I ask certain questions, particularly when you talk about your like family and stuff, you're like, your face lights up. And I like that. I think that's sweet.
Period.
Oh.
Just media trained him.
That was cute.
Okay. What would you consider cheating?
At what stage?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Okay, I'll paint the picture.
Okay.
Yes, I actually painted that.
Okay, nice.
So let's say you've had the conversation about
Mhm.
being exclusive. You're
Okay.
not seeing other people.
Yeah, totally.
So in that stage, let's say you're not like fully boyfriend and girlfriend, but like,
Yeah.
listen, like you're on the way.
Yeah.
What is considered cheating?
Yeah. Cool. I think there's a good rule of thumb that's simple.
Okay.
Where it's like,
Listen up, everyone.
if my partner walks into the room in any given circumstance and I feel like I need to explain myself or I like panic to explain myself, then I'm probably doing something I shouldn't be doing.
I completely agree with you. I
Yeah.
feel like it's anything you have to hide from your significant other.
Yeah.
I truly feel like, I don't know. I think cheating is like a tough topic for me too, because I
Mhm.
truly feel like any level of when you're dating someone, recognition of beauty and
Yeah.
sexuality from the opposite sex, I feel like I wouldn't be okay with that. I don't
Mhm.
know. I feel like it's inappropriate and it's disrespectful. And then on top of that, it's one thing if I'm really close with my best friend's boyfriend and he comments on my picture. That's
Yeah.
one thing. Like if I have rapport with him and I really like him, we're friends, like genuine friends.
Yeah.
That's neither here nor there. But it's something to where it crosses into the category of disrespect.
Totally.
And so it's like more sexualizing somebody.
Totally.
It's just disrespectful.
And I think
that's
too,
cheating.
yeah. And I think you mentioned about like guys and girls calling each other like friends and stuff. And
Mhm.
Kim's here. She's the coolest, most sweet, genuine person like I know. And she's such a great friend. But I think the difference is that you can notice is like when a guy has a girlfriend,
Mm,
just a friend, he treats them like his friends. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
And I got to be honest with you, like guys are just bad at texting their guy friends.
Yeah.
Like I talk to them, we might talk like once a week if something comes up. We might talk once a month. You know what I mean? If we see each other, like awesome, but it's kind of like there's no regularity to it. It's kind of just like you have a great guy friend and you're like bros, And so it's like that's kind of, and Kim could attest to this. That's how you keep in touch with friends. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, like I haven't seen you in a while. I know this came up, like, but if there is like consistent like effort and regularity, there's probably also like ulterior motive too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can definitely argue with that.
Yeah.
For sure. Or
So.
agree with that. Not argue with that.
You're gonna argue? Go
I'm
ahead.
going to argue with that right now.
She's like, I will take the negative on this debate.
Actually, you're stupid. And here's why.
Fair.
Okay. What are your thoughts on hooking up on a first date?
I don't think there's personally like rules to it. I think if I'm hooking up with somebody, I would love to like feel like I know them a little bit, respect them. That could happen on a first date.
But what's your
Yeah.
vibe with like a girl who's down to hook up with you on a first date?
Oh, that doesn't change my opinion on them. Yeah,
Oh,
at all.
yeah.
It's 2025. I think they can do
Bitch,
whatever
I
the
was
fuck
thinking
they
the
wanna
exact
do.
same thing. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
it's 2025.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
who cares?
I honestly think, yeah, for whatever it is, like I care more about like the banter, the conversation, the ability
Absolutely.
to like laugh. So it's like, that's going to be like paramount to me.
I don't think it
Yeah.
matters. I think it's stupid if someone holds that up against somebody else
Yeah.
respectfully, but
Yeah,
disrespectfully. Like it
For-
doesn't
yeah.
fucking matter.
Would you rather hook up on a first date or wait?
Good
So
question.
see, I'm gonna be super hypocritical
Yeah.
on this. If I actually really like somebody, I'm gonna wait.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm also not a like one night stand hooking up
Yeah.
immediately type of person.
Yeah.
I feel like I need, and I think a lot of people would agree with me on this.
Totally.
I need emotional connection.
Definitely.
Yes. So I definitely am not the person to do it on the first, but the second is up for grabs.
Noted. Okay. No, just kidding.
How about you?
Honestly, like, yeah, there's no specific rules to it, but like you said, I think if I'm really excited about somebody and I like somebody, I think there is like some validity to like letting the anticipation grow. I think anticipation's super sexy.
Totally. But if the chemistry is there, it's there.
Yeah, totally.
And I don't think that you should be holding somebody up and like, what's the word? Like just basically holding that against them.
Yeah.
For like hooking up with you on the first date.
Oh, definitely not holding it against them.
Like,
either.
what are we,
Yeah.
nuns?
Yeah.
Please. Okay. Oh, okay. Are there any boundaries in the bedroom?
Besides the physical walls. It's my dad joke of the day. I told you I got dad jokes, right?
That sucked.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw that one out. Yeah.
Tomato.
Any boundaries? Yeah, wherever the girl stops things.
So
I
you're a
guess.
pleaser, is what I'm hearing.
A little bit of both. You know what I mean? The bedroom is always a give and take, I feel like, but the boundaries exist where this is a boring answer, but like wherever they exist for both people. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any like significant boundaries that, unless it's like really crazy shit, like don't like pee on me.
Yeah.
But like I feel like, again, arguably I would.
If you pee, go in Joe's bidet. Yeah.
If you pee, go into table for one's bidet.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just think that I'm down for arguably a whole lot.
Nice.
And so if it's talked about previously.
That's perfect. Wow. Yeah. Hell yeah.
So that caught me off guard. I'm sorry. That caught me off guard.
For those that can't see, Joe just spit taked into the microphone. We're gonna have to,
But yeah,
pause things.
I
while
think
they
if it's
wipe
talked
the-
about previously, I think it's fair game, unless it's something insanely weird.
Okay, cool.
But I'm not here to yuck your yum, you know? Like whatever you do, go
It's
crazy.
all yum here. Yeah.
Well, there's some shit that people think is yum that I'm like, where was your father?
That's fair. Yeah.
What if he likes peeing
Very
on
present for the record. Yeah.
If a guy peed on me?
No, what if he likes peeing on you?
Yeah. No.
What
not
if you
for me.
like peeing on me?
Yeah, you said you didn't want that.
I
No.
wouldn't.
You said don't yuck your
Ryan,
mouth.
if you
I
want to
pee-
pee, if you want to pee on me, there's a group of women that maybe would be open to that.
Yeah.
He said,
Can't say I'm very into that.
Just
No.
be hydrated, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
yes, yeah.
I do drink a lot of water, but that's still not for me. Yeah.
Hypothetically, if it were to happen,
Yeah.
which like I'm not saying it would, I do drink a lot of water.
How much water do you drink a day?
A gallon, actually.
Nice, same. Yeah.
Oh yeah, on that one, we're gonna cut it. Do we have any remarks to end the day? This was a wonderful date. I feel the chemistry in the air right now.
I have nothing else to add. Do you have anything to add?
No further questions, Your Honor.
That's what's up.
All right, we'll do some exit interviews and go from there. But thank you guys so much. I
Yes, thank
appreciate
you.
it.
All right.
What a great date.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
I thought it was fun. Yeah, it's always cool to get to know somebody new. So yeah, she seems dope.
I think it went really well. I think he's a really, really great guy. He's super awesome.
I think what surprised me most about Casey is I think that like the depth. It was really cool to hear that she's close with her family, like has those kind of values. So I think that was like really sweet and cool to see that side of her.
His ability to yap. I think that he's a certified yapper, just like me. And I think that it was really easy to carry on the conversation with him.
I think, yeah, I would totally be open to go on another date. Yeah.
For a second date, I don't think chemistry-wise, I could see it being something romantic. But I think that on like a person-to-person level, us hanging out again in a very more platonic type of way, I could 100% see that.
If you're looking for a new way to meet people in Denver, just in a cool, wholesome way, Sunrise Social is a totally cool new offering just to meet like-minded people. We meet up at the Radiator every second and fourth Tuesday at 6:30 in the morning. Some people aren't morning people. That's totally okay. But we're a sauna, cold plunge, coffee social. So if you're curious, check it out. I think you'll be impressed by the vibes and the people make the event. So
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. What? Oh, you want me to sing Creed? Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet ain't so far down.